Speaking of cancel culture, this is hilarious. Trump cancels Goodyear tires as he campaigns against cancel culture. And of course, they actually changed, they updated this website from earlier because they had a big picture of Trump's face. Of course, they had to get a picture of the Beast, which is the name of the limo that Trump rides around in. And you can see here, you can't see the good, but it says, Goodyear. So Goodyear has made their own tire. There's only one tire in this line. It's like the presidential tire. It's probably like bulletproof, explosive proof. I don't know. I know the Beast is a serious vehicle, but the Goodyear, they make all of the Secret Service's tires. They make the Beast tires. So that's for the president to basically call them out. I mean, well, I'm gonna explain it all. So it started with this. This is a leak from an employee inside Goodyear. Now, Goodyear seems to be denying that it's from their corporate, headquarters or whatever. But look at what it says. It says they have a zero tolerance from the one Goodyear team, and says this is what's acceptable: Black Lives Matter and LGBT pride stuff. So I'm assuming they're talking about clothes, because on the other side, what's unacceptable: Blue Lives Matter, All Lives Matter, MAGA attire, political affiliated slogans or material. So just that it says MAGA attire. So you can, they're basically saying what you could wear. I don't understand how Blue Lives Matter and Black Lives Matter, I mean, they're both ideologies that people believe in. So they're basically saying to their employees, like, you have to believe what we believe or you're going to get canceled. Well, guess what, Goodyear? Guess what happened? The president slammed you guys. So this happened this morning. The president, Donald J. Trump, came out and says, don't buy Goodyear tires. They announced a ban on MAGA hats. Well, it was a tire. I guess they just kind of attached it to hats, but it says, get better tires for far less. Kind of sounds like a little commercial. And then in parentheses, it goes, this is what the radical left Democrats do. Two can play at the same game, and we have to start playing it now. I gotta say, I kind of agree with them. I mean, they think they can cancel anyone that doesn't fall into their ideologies. Well, I mean, sure, we saw it with Goya when everyone was trying to boycott Goya, and then they had a bunch of people. I mean, they were selling out. I went to the store a couple days later. There was no Goya. Like, everything was sold out. It was crazy. So here's a message from Goodyear. Now, they say, I'll just read it for you guys. This is the day after. They say, a message from Goodyear to our customers, partners, and associates. Yesterday, Goodyear became a focus of conversation that created some misconceptions about our policies and our company. For those not aware, a widely circulated image sparked a strong reaction, and we wanted to take the opportunity to provide some important context to the visual and our policies. First, the visual in question was not created or distributed by Goodyear Corporate, nor was it part of a diversity training class. To be clear, on our long-standing corporate policy, Goodyear has zero tolerance for any forms of harassment or discrimination. To enable a work environment free of those, we ask that associates refrain from workplace expressions in support of political campaigning for any candidate or political party, as well as similar forms of advocacy that fall outside the scope of racial justice and equality issues. Second, we appreciate the diverse viewpoints of all of our more than 60,000 associates, which are at the heart of many of the policies we establish. Fostering an inclusive, respectful workplace is important to establish work team and build culture, which is another reason why we ask associates not to engage in political campaigning of any kind in the workplace for any candidate, party, or political association. Third and finally, Goodyear has always wholeheartedly supported both equality and law enforcement and will continue to do so. These are not mutually exclusive. We have heard from some of you that believe Goodyear is anti-police after reacting to the visual. Nothing could be further from the truth, and we have the utmost appreciation for the vital work police do on behalf of our shared communities. This can't be said strongly enough. Well, it feels a little too late. They're trying to claim that it wasn't created or distributed by corporate and that it wasn't part of the diversity training class. So that's not saying it wasn't them, that they had nothing to do with it. That seems like a roundabout way of saying it wasn't corporate. It wasn't the training classes, the diversity training class that we put forward. It might have just been the regular training class that everyone has to go through. It could have just been, somebody within their company doing it. I don't know. It seems a little shady. Check this out. This is their stock. And do you know what happened right here at 1033? Why it dropped so much? I don't know if you caught this earlier. I'll go back. Check this out. 1033. Don't buy Goodyear tires. Boom. My goodness. That is brutal. So the president basically just said, goodbye, bye-bye, bye-bye, Goodyear. I went and slashed my Goodyear tires. Actually, I thought I had Goodyear tires. I don't, so that was actually a joke I made on Twitter. Everyone was like, proof. Yeah, it was a joke. I didn't actually slash my own tires. Come on, guys. Come on, it was a joke. No? Isn't that funny? No? Smash the like button. Slash the Goodyear tires. Don't slash tires. That's not a good thing. And if it was the Beast, you probably can't. Because those things are beasts. But check this out. So they asked Kayleigh McEnany today. Let's see, where are they talking about Kayleigh? So yeah, here we go. So when she claimed later on today, earlier on in a press briefing that she had, they failed to clarify their policy. They really didn't. They didn't clarify it at all. All they said was, we're just trying to backpedal. We're trying to backpedal. Please don't stop buying Goodyear tires. Hey, so please continue to do it. Here she goes. What happened is there was an image that was put out that showed a certain speech was acceptable. Black Lives Matter insignia, for instance, but what was not allowed was Blue Lives Matter, she said. What was not allowed was MAGA hats, MAGA attire. What was clearly targeted was a certain ideology. Yep, exactly. They have not denied that the image was presented at one of their facilities. See, there it is. They didn't deny that it wasn't in their facility. They just said it wasn't part of corporate and it wasn't part of their diversity training, which doesn't, it doesn't absolve them of their sin of basically saying it's our way or the highway. So come on, Goodyear, you get what you deserve. This is something that you did to yourself, by putting. This is a whistleblower, and this is from Cernovich. I mean, I trust him. He basically he's in on the ground. He's got his ear to the ground of as far as like what's really going on. So you can see my tweet here that I slashed my own tires. So that's basically kind of ridiculous what happened with this whole Goodyear thing. Like, it seems to have totally got blown out of proportion. It seems a little ridiculous, but I don't know. What are you going to do? I mean, it's not like people can afford to just go buy new tires, but I definitely think that people are waking up to this kind of stuff. And, when they see stuff like this and they're like, what, I can't even believe what I want to believe. I can't wear a shirt that just says, Trump 2020 to work, even if it's like maybe under like a button down shirt. I don't know. I'm not in an environment luckily that I have to deal with that kind of stuff. So, well, I mean, I don't know. It is what it is,